Hello, my name's Carrie Woods. I'm one of the health liaison team for Gloucestershire Carers Hub. I'm going to introduce you to Sarah James from Your Circle, who's going to go through the Your Circle website and how you can navigate it. Sarah, thank you for joining us today.
No problem at all. Morning all, my name's Sarah James. I work for Gloucestershire County Council and I work on the Your Circle directory. So what I'm going to do now is share my screen. No, that's the wrong thing. Apologies, I've just, because I'm doing it on a tablet. Able to see their website?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Brilliant. So Your Circle has been developed and maintained by Gloucestershire County Council, so it's been around for a few years. It's a resource for everyone to use. So it's for professionals and organisations who work with people to signpost them to different services within Gloucestershire, and also members of the public as well. So it is a resource that's available for everyone. So it's got a lot of information on there. There's a lot of pockets of information everywhere on different kind of subjects and topics. So one of the overall aims of Your Circle was to kind of like collate all that information and have it in one place for people to access. So we very much work with the other directories and other pockets of information that are available throughout Gloucestershire. There are a lot of different topics, like I said, we've got on there. So from community transport, day centres, mental health support, it's a real wide range of information that's available on there. The majority of services that we have on Your Circle are based within Gloucestershire or provide a service in our area. We do have some national kind of records as well and information. But the majority we're focusing on what is available within Gloucestershire to support people. What I thought I'll just let you know is that we do have some information that is available on the borders as well. Every other local authority has a similar offering to Your Circle, which is known differently in all the different districts, but they will have a similar type of directory of services available. So what I thought I'd just do is just go through the website and just show you a few points on here. So we've recently, over the last year, developed the homepage to be able to add a banner on there, which helps us kind of promote the local services and different websites that are out there. So we do change them quite frequently with what is coming up or what we've been made aware of, or to highlight some of the new services that are coming in. The other thing that we update regularly is our news page. So there's lots of new services coming up, so we make sure that anything that's put on here, we kind of advertise it, but then we also make sure that there's a record within the directory as well, so people are able to find it afterwards. We're finding that there are lots of new services opening up. So there is a lot of information to share. So this is kind of all the kind of news in one place. So yeah, there's lots of different things going on. So we've tried to make it, put some logos on just to kind of make it easier to read on there. So please take a look at the news page that we're doing a lot of work on. The other area I want to highlight is our information A to Z. We're continuing to work on this as well. So these are kind of more information pages on different topics, just to provide a bit more advice. Some are from the Gloucestershire County Council website. So we're making sure that we're working and being consistent in the information that we share on different social care subjects. And some are actually from the NHS as well. So we're linking in with that type of information. So It is an A to Z. We've got different videos on there as well. And we've tried to break it up to make it easier to find. Like there's a section there on carers. We've got COVID as well and dementia. So we are trying to add a lot of information in there, but make it easy for people to find different things. So that's continually being added to and improved as well. So if we go back to the homepage, there are various ways that you can actually search the websites. So I will just go through a few of the ways that just might help you get to the information that you need. So the first one to show you is if you just clicked go, if you didn't put anything in the actual keywords or anything, it would bring up all the records that we've actually got on the website. So you can see there that we've got just under 2,100 records on our website.
What is it?
So if you brought all the records up, we have filters on the left hand side. So it means that you, in a couple of clicks, you could just filter the results down. So you can filter them by service type. So if you're looking for whether it's a day centre, home care or something like that. So that's a really quick way to get the results that you want. You could choose a postcode and then you could look to see what's available in your particular area and then filter it down by service type. Or you could look for a particular area, so what's available in Stroud. And so these filters are available for all results, no matter how you search, they're available there for you to view. So if I just go back to the home. So the next kind of thing is the keyword search. So just to highlight that, if you're searching for something, the more unique word you use, the better results that you're going to get. If you're searching for a generic kind of maybe like support services or activities, you're going to get a lot more results come back from that. So if you are looking for something specific and you're using a more unique word, you're likely to find what you need. If you were to search for something and it didn't come up straight away, that's possibly that we haven't actually got that information on there. So if that is something that you want to kind of share with us, if you haven't found anything. So, you know, there's an awful lot of information out there. So there are going to be a few, you know, gaps. So we're always looking to add new information and support that's available. So with the keyword searches, you can actually put words in there and then you can use the within 5 miles or actually add a postcode or an area. So if I was just to do this as a quick example. It doesn't, I think it's frozen. Okay, apologies. I think my screen has frozen. Okay, it's come back to life now. I'll just try this again. Okay, and then it comes, so if you were to put an area in, on some searches you may come up with suggested services at the top. This is just highlighting some of the key agencies or support that's available within Gloucestershire. If you're putting in an area or a distance, you can see here that it's ordered by relevance at the moment, so it's just matches the keywords. So if you were looking for something and it didn't come up with something in your area, it may mean that it's not actually there. So what you can do is change the order of the results to distance, which will show you what kind of services are closest to you. So if there's no exact match, then it may be worth just changing, seeing what's available near to you. Okay, so what you'll also find, if I just search What we've also been doing throughout the website is adding some additional information. So we don't hold any information about childminders, but we have noticed that people are searching for that on here. So what we will do is above the results, there'll be some additional information about where else you can go to find that type of information, which is our partner website, Gloucestershire Family Information Service. So we are looking at adding that extra information just to help people guide and find what they're actually looking for. The other thing to highlight is that we have a services tab. So when you search for something, it goes directly to the services that we have available, but we also have an information tab as well. This will be for any relevant information pages that we've got on our Information A to Z will be attached to that. So we don't actually have anything on there, but when you search for other kind of social care, adult kind of things, it will be on there.
Sarah, can I ask a question? In regards to people search for domestic support, such like cleaners and etc., window cleaners, gardeners, can you search that on your circle, or does it direct you as it did with the Families Information Service? Does it take you to somewhere else?
Yeah, absolutely. So people are searching for that for cleaners and maintenance and repairs. So we don't hold individual records for kind of builders or maintenance or gardeners or domestic cleaners or anything like that. But what we do have is we highlight what we do have on there. For example, if people search for cleaning, then we have agencies that are registered with CQC, and we have not-for-profit companies, charities that provide those type of services. We don't have the capacity to carry out any checks or anything, so that's why we've kind of looked at that. So yeah, we do have a lot of searches for cleaning. So I will just bring up, and it will bring the same information that I had if it eventually goes in. There you go. Yeah, so we try and manage the expectations and put the information there that we don't have them, but we do have other suggested services or other things that people could try. Yeah. So then the other things that we have on here is our categories that you can browse through. So we're doing a lot of work and tidying them up. So they're always being kind of updated to help people find the information that they need. So if we were to go into care and support, we've added some extra subcategories, which are helping people to find kind of what they need a bit quicker. And the other thing that we're trying to do is things to do. If we were just to go in. What we're also adding in as well is links to areas. So for something like things to do across all of those categories within there, we've put links to the different areas just to help people find what they may be looking for. So you'll find that throughout the website as well. So that's really kind of useful, and just to help people, you know, get to the results quickly. So these are always changing. On the bottom of the homepage, we've got some quick links. So some of these are to the kind of other key websites that are available. And also our news items are also showing down the bottom as well. Okay. So if I was just to go into a category and bring up the search results. Okay, so you can change the amount of results that you see on a page. So there's different options that are available there. So you can do that and change that as you wish. We also, the default map is off, but you can switch the map on, which will show the locations of the groups and everything which are on that particular page. So that's another feature, so you can show it or hide it as you wish. The other thing that we've got is that you can actually build up a short list of useful services, which can be emailed or printed off for someone. So each record, this is the search result. So on the right hand side, there's a button which says add to shortlist. So you can add the relevant information that you wish to kind of share. And then at the top of the page, you've got a view my shortlist, which takes you to that, and you can either email a link to somebody or you can actually print the information off. So that's just a useful tool if you're looking to kind of compile a few information to share with someone, to signpost and things like that. So that's a really good tool. And when you send the link to somebody, if any records have been removed or updated, then that link ensures they get through to the most relevant information, the most up to date that we've got, because records are, changing all the time. So we are doing a lot of updating. So I will just go into this one. So if I just go into a record, so there is a leave feedback button at the top. So this is feedback that comes directly to your circle. So if there is anything anyone notices about the record, then they can just leave that and send it through to us. These buttons are used quite a lot. The other button that we have on here, which doesn't appear to be on this one, let me just get another record up. Okay, there is another button that should appear, and I don't know whether it's a bit of an error on the website at the moment. I need to look into, but there is an inquire about this service, which is normally above the contact details. So if you click this, it's an orange button that looks similar to that. So if that button was clicked, then it would go through directly to that service, and they will respond. So that is something that's used. And it normally is showing. It might be that I've just randomly put something that's a fault on a particular record, but the button is normally there. So you'll be able to contact them directly. When you get your search results, you've still got all the filters available on the left-hand side as well. So it shows you how many results that there are on there, and it's showing you in community transport. So if you were to pick another filter, okay, then it would actually show you at the top that you're in community transport and you've got one filter applied. So it kind of tells you what you've got, and you can remove them as well on the side as you go along.
I'll hold it. Some more to say.
What we've also tried to do, I just search for a particular record. What we've tried to do is change some of the titles of the records to make it easier to see what they actually offer. So when you've got the search results up, so for something like a company or service called AbilityNet, it's not instantly obvious what the actual service is. So we're just adding some extra information there. So when people are scrolling through the results, it's a lot clearer as to what they will be able to offer. So people think, oh, that's something that may be able to help. Or, it just makes it a lot more clearer. The other thing I just wanted to highlight a few other features that we've got on here that are available to use. We actually work with other directories, and we don't want to duplicate information, and make sure that we're utilising the resources that we have. So with regards to health information, we actually have a link to the health service, which provides information on local services with regards to kind of pharmacies, dental, GP surgeries, and this is actually updated and maintained with the latest information. So we don't want to duplicate anything, so this is available on here. And this also tells you the up-to-date opening times as well. So especially over kind of Christmas with the pharmacies, it has all the up-to-date information available on there. So then it asks you to enter a postcode, and then it will just come up with the information. So that's a really kind of useful tool in making sure that we're working with what's available as well. The other thing that's been developed, I just wanted to highlight, is that we actually have an online financial assessment calculator, which is a tool that people can use to look at what their potential contribution may be towards social care. So we have a video there to kind of go through. So that's something that's available for people to use, which is it's a handy little tool, and we do get a lot of use on that page and people going to fill in the information. So it's all confidential, nothing stored. It's all completely secure. So that may be of interest to have a look at. The other thing, I think is important to highlight that this is actually an online offer, Your Circle. We're aware that not everyone has access to kind of websites and things. So just wanted to highlight that the Gloucestershire Care and Support Guide, I'm not sure how many people are familiar with that. So it's actually a hard copy which contains a lot of useful information about services throughout Gloucestershire. So it's produced in conjunction with Care Choices. So make sure a lot of the information is consistent on both. It's produced every year, and the new one is being printed at the moment and due to be delivered throughout Gloucestershire, I'm hoping in December. So that's an alternative offer and something that's available for people that may want to just have something to hand that they can refer to when needed. So I thought it was just important to highlight that. We are updating our information, so it's very much an active directory. We're looking at different ways to put the information on to make sure that we can maintain it. There are a lot of smaller groups within the community, and that's a lot of information for us to input and make sure that it's maintained and updated. So what we're doing is adding a lot of different locations at the moment. For example, like a village hall or a community centre will have a lot of different activities. So we're adding those type of records which contain a lot of detail about the smaller clubs rather than having individual ones. So you will see a lot more information about those type of places. But there's very much a lot of new services opening up as well. Different types of services. So we're making sure that we're kind of networking with everyone so we're aware of what's going on within Gloucestershire and being proactive about finding this information and working with other organisations to make sure that we've got a lot of up-to-date information on our website. So it is very much active, and we are maintaining a lot of different records and adding information, identifying our gaps. And with any feedback that we get, we do get a lot of, I haven't been able to find something. So this is, kind of what we need. So it helps us understand what people are actually looking for. So we do get a lot of information through about what people are searching for in the different areas. So then we can kind of recreate the searches, seeing what people are finding, and then improving our offer, looking at how we can actually make, what they see and how they get access to a lot more easier. So there is a lot of work going on. So it is just a very much active directory. And as I've always said, we just welcome any feedback. So if there's something that you haven't found that you feel that should be on there, then please just let us know. You can either email us, or we've got feedback buttons, throughout the website as well. So we welcome any feedback or anything to help us improve and make it a useful tool for people to use to find what is available in Gloucestershire. There is an awful lot of support and different services out there, so it's helping us to get that information out into the public. Does anyone have any questions for me?
If you want to just shout out, you're very welcome to. Sorry, Sarah.
Okay.
I was just going to query in regards to health and well-being. Is that when it comes to dental treatments and the surgeries and the dental practices that are available, are they all NHS, or do you list private practices as well?
Yeah, so all those are available on the kind of app that I showed are NHS. They accept, but we do hold all details of private as well. So that is a particular service type, yeah, because they wouldn't be on there. And I think that's a bit of an issue at the moment with people being able to find an NHS dentist. We've kind of had some kind of feedback on that. So yeah, that seems to be a bit of an issue at the moment. So yeah, we do hold private dentists. Yeah.
That's good. Thank you. Has anyone else got any questions at all? I will stop the recording to give people the opportunity to ask any questions off the recording. Thank you, Sarah.